Hi guys, this is Startup Behind the Scenes, a non-commercial project that will not try to sell you free webinar or whatever at the end. Today we're going to discuss an interesting topic, coaching. As an entrepreneur and as a human being, you may want to eventually go and see a therapist, a coach, any support mechanism that you may require. Just books may work for some of you. But I want to discuss about this trend we see in all countries, even in France now. Everyone is a coach. We see people sell a lot online, more and more. How do you choose what is needed for you? So firstly, you have this gut feeling, after all, that will just tell you whom to choose. Secondly, try to see if the values and methods align with yours. For example, when someone sells something aggressively, I call them marchand de tapis. It's someone who sells carpets on the market. It may work for one segment. They need this energy, they need this drive. I respect those guys, but this doesn't work for me. This is not how I work. This is not how my target audience will want me to be, because it's not me. So I'm not going to be coached by that person. I don't care about the methods. Doesn't mean the methods cannot work for you. You can still take something from that. For example, I went to one webinar. It was a complete disaster. I was actually ashamed to be a woman and watch it. The lady was just pathetic. Sorry guys, she was pathetic. She had false energy. She was stressed. But I did take a few things out of that. Was she my coach? Probably coach of how I don't want to do things. Did she say some good things? Yes, there was one. Okay, I take it. But no, she will not be my coach, and I couldn't choose her. I'm still looking for a coach, by the way. If you know someone great, send me a contact. That's the first thing. Yeah, does it resonate with your values? Is it someone you want to be? How they speak and how they behave. It's just the cover first. Then starting listening to terminology they use. Mindset, visualization, happiness, successful success, like some people like to say, a law of attraction and all that. If it resonates with you, fine. But for me, those are triggers. Those are concepts that I was very curious about. I'm sure I apply some of them, but I don't want my coach to brag about this. I want my coach to actually be more science-backed up. Is the word. Yeah, the keywords, do they resonate? Maybe those keywords that I said I don't like, you will love them. Maybe you would love to work on your mindset. But I did lots of sports, I did lots of mindset reading, lots of yoga. I just don't think I need that. And the techniques they propose, they are too soft for me. However, if you never did it, maybe some coach of that level will do you some good. I would eliminate guys who use too many keywords. And third, I think you need to go in deeper into the program. Think how this person will make me richer. Now we went a bit from coaching to consultant, but a lot of consultants actually and coaches now, they do both. If you're a coach, you probably will be helping someone to make more money, and if you're a consultant, you'll probably be coaching a bit on the mindset and things like that. So the line is not very clear. What really shocked me, I watched one webinar and there was just this guy explaining literally things you can ask ChatGPT. Guys, it's a known fact. He would stay there and for 45 minutes explaining that, oh yeah, if you have limiting thoughts, it's not going to work. 100%. I would never believe I can actually go out there and make a podcast 6 months ago. You would tell me, I would say you're crazy. But I got there somehow because I thought it's going to work for me. I had the mindset change. I'm trying it now. I don't have this blocking mindset saying that no one going to watch it. Probably no one will, but it's okay. I changed my mindset. I accept this. Still, this guy would go about mindset. Just so you know, I'm ex-business consultant. I know how business works. And I did a lot of business modeling. We did a lot of financial exercises and a lot of optimization projects on the ground with people, cutting costs, increasing prices. All that, I know how it works. The coach would say oh, but you need to go to right segment with the right offer. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock, right? And the funny thing is that his program will work for someone with established business. Because when you have an established business, you already have a niche, you already have a revenue. For someone to come and tell you, do this better, that better, it's really easy. And it will work, especially if someone never did marketing and never heard those things. They were busy building the business. So your coach will come, even the same dude I'm talking to you about, he was great. He was helping to generate leads. He had 4 people on his webinar, including him. I'm not criticizing, even one person is great, and getting audience for an hour, even one person, it's great. But still, I could see that even he couldn't get more leads, although he will tell me how I should get leads, plus he will tell me basics. I'm telling you that because in an early stage, you're probably not gonna figure that out yet. You're not gonna know your niche. You're not gonna know your offer. You'll have to do trial and error. You have to do so many beta tests. So if you go and turn to a conventional coach/consultant for the business, it may be a disaster. You just waste your money. I actually know someone who spent $250,000 on a coach/business consultant. The guy maybe help put in place a good system, but who can possibly know when a market will take off, when your offer will take off? No one. Who can guarantee you'll spend all this money on this expensive advice and maybe someone who will claim they know how to do it. If they didn't do it in your particular niche, your particular segment, they won't know. They will apply generic principles that you can Google and do yourself. 100% if you have a brain. Then on a contrast to that, to just what I said, I think what's really important is to stay open. If you have a friend consultant, or if you have good consultant you trust, they still can help. But don't rely on them being small to drag you somewhere. You will have to do it yourself. You are the founder. A good coach will help you to clear your head, see clearly where you want to go, eliminate the noise and all those bad relationships with subcontractors, founders, and things like that. Help you to structure your day if you struggle. There's some particular advices you can take. But going to some of the guys who promise you the moon and the clients where you didn't even start yet, I think it's a bit naive. I think it's quite nice to have a coach and have someone who helps you, but it's expensive and it may not deliver the result. Unless you really feel that mentally and even physically maybe you need some support, do that. I'd rather advise you investing in your managerial skills and hiring freelancers and building your product and trying it, getting it to the market. That's the best learning, that's the best coaching, the best therapy. Just go out there, try something. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can send demos to your friends. You can send demos to friends of your friends. I just doing some free beta testing now. It cost me literally 3 hours to organize. And the feedback I'm getting is just nuts. It's great. I didn't need any coach, but I already have leads. So what I'm saying is I'm not bragging how good I am. I say I would naturally go for a coach. The reason I started to look for one who can help me grow this thing, until I then realized that actually you just grow it, Better hire people to create content, work on your branding, on your messaging, spend time on this. At least you can show something to the market. If you pay a coach who just coaches you to do something, and while you're getting coached, you're not doing it because you don't have resources, because you spend no money on coaching, that will be really unfortunate. So think about it, and when you become successful, thank me later. Thanks a lot.